Welcome to Cover Slaves, the show where we play exclusively 30k because there's no such thing as 40k and it never existed. With me today is Matt, aka Stricken, and Clarence, aka Ski Mask Mohawk, aka Clary. They're playing 30k today, 2,000 points. We're testing out a mission for a tournament we're going to be doing for 30k. What mission is it, Clarence?
Mission 2.
What's it called?
I don't remember. It's
something
Mission 2.
I'm sure. So, 5 objectives, corners, Fear the Flanks is in, so these guys will be assaulting out of outflanking, which will be very interesting.
Don't skip that explanation.
Yeah, and what else? Oh yeah, if you fast forward it, fuck you. I can only tell you so many times it's in the game. What else, guys? Anything else? You're playing Sons of Horus, right?
Yeah.
You're playing...
Night Lords.
Right? Evil versus evil, I guess? Or you're good Sons of Horus?
No, he's not Malagris, I think. So
okay, yeah.
They need to be brought in line.
Right, they're naughty, but they're
and
okay.
they send Savitar, so that's a good sign.
They haven't gone full crazy yet, but
no.
Alright, you're not exactly a cannibal like Clarence, that's good. We'll be back with, we're going to skip Explanation Train, you know we're pretentious, and we'll go right into armies, so we'll see your armies.
My 2,000 point Night Lord army. Red of War is Terror Assault. Warlord is Savitar, and he's going to be using... Fuck, I completely forgot what Warlord trait he was
Just say what it does.
Yeah, like, I completely forgot.
Like 12 inches leadership
type thing.
Yeah, Intimidating Presence is Savitar's Warlord trait. So, any enemy within 12 has to use the lowest leadership value for any leadership-based things instead of the highest. So, we got Savitar, we got Apothecary Special Character, Madrim, whatever the hell his last name is.
Gary.
10 veterans with Melta Bombs power weapons, and Sergeant has Power Fist Artificer Armor. 3 units of Terror Marines for the compulsory, 2 5-mans, Artificer Armor, Melta Bomb on the Sergeants, and the 10-man has the Chainglaive on the Sergeant, and everyone has Volkites. I got a Scaran with Dozer Blade, Armored Ceramite, Last Cannon Sponsons. Got a Dreadnought with double grav fists in the drop pod with extra armor on the Dreadnought. And I got a Xiphon with ground tracking array and the other two, the cockpit and the chaff.
These are my 2,000 points of Sons of Horus. My Warlord is Malagris. I'm not using a Rite of War because he's awesome and lets Reavers and Veterans become troops. I decided to take Conqueror of Cities, so that should come in handy. So to start, I have 10 Reavers with jump packs, 1 power axe, 1 power sword, 2 melta guns, and a power fist. I got a 15-man tactical squad with Artificer armor on the Sergeant and a power sword. Oh, and the Reaver Captain also has Artificer armor. Then I have a 10-man veteran squad with 2 flamers. Just ignore the box, he's not there. The Sergeant has a power axe, Artificer armor. The whole squad has Melta Bombs, and I decided to do snipers for this game. I have a Javelin attack speeder with Cyclone missile launchers, 200 killer missiles, and this is actually a multi-melta in disguise. A Sikaran tank with las cannon sponsons, and that's it. I didn't take the melta for Ceramite. A Spartan with flare shield, armored Ceramite, and that's it. A Contemptor Mortis with 2 Kersey's autocannons, and a Fire Raptor with the Reaper auto battery. And that's 2,000 points. I play my Spartan here, my 10 vets are in there. Got my 15-man tactical squad here, holding an objective for the time being here, and Mal's also in the unit, granting them all fearless. Sikaran's here, and my Contemptor Mortis is here. And that's everything I've deployed for now. My Fire Raptor will be coming on from reserves, regular reserves for that. My Javelin and my Reavers will also be coming in from reserves, and they're both hit flanking.
This is my deployment. The only thing I deploy normally is the Scaran right here. I infiltrated 5 Terror Marines back here, and then over here I infiltrated another 5. And everything else is in reserves. The 2 characters and the veteran squad are outflanking, and the outflanks from the veterans on tactic rule. The 10-man terror squad is outflanking, the Dreadnought is coming in turn 1, and the Xiphon is hopefully coming in turn 2. The Night Lord's attempting to steal the initiative right here. No.
Hooray!
Alright, see you at the end of turn 1.
I moved my Spartan up a couple inches. I then proceeded to shoot at Clary's indestructible Sikaran. 2 pens, but you know, 2+ cover save on the first turn. Not my good standings right now. Because there's nothing to shoot at, because everything else is outflanking and hiding like Night Lords do. My Sakaran then shot at his and was unable to pen anything. And that's it. That's turn 1 for Sons of Horus.
This is the end of Night Lord's turn 1. Oppod came in and it has to. Scattered a bit back. Dreadnought inside shot 2 Graviton Blasts. Both of them hit. One of them penned and caused an immobilized result, so that's fucking awesome. Not going to be going anywhere. And then the Sakaran shot at his Sakaran. Got 0 damage from the accelerator cannon, and he passed the 3+ cover save off one of the last. That's it. It's at the end of Sons of Horus turn 2.
The end of Sons of Horus turn 2. Night fighting is still in effect, much to my dismay.
Yes!
Night Lords truly earned the reputation for night fighting this turn.
Oh yeah.
The bastards. So, because my Spartan was immobilized, I decided to unload my veterans, and I charged the drop pod here. I didn't want to blow myself up, as they all have melta-bombs, so I decided to use regular grenades and took 1 hull point off. My Contemptor here stayed the same because he has a flyer coming in, and maybe I'll get lucky, although that's not the way the game's going so far. These troops are holding right here, with Mali still making them fearless. My Fire Raptor came on. I tried to take some shots at the drop pod here. Yeah, it wasn't going to happen, but it's okay. I used the Reaper battery into the Sakaran that has 2 hull points on it, but that's not from them. We'll get to that in a fun second. The Slap and Tickle Fest continued. I shot everything into that Sakaran again, and because night fighting is a pain in my ass, 2+ cover was not my friend. So, I got all of my reserves, as you can see, as my Javelin and my Reavers came out. My Javelin took off 2 hull points to the Sakaran, and it can't do anything next turn. My Reavers earned their name this turn. They killed 3 guys, and then proceeded to fail their charge. But they're in ground, they can't do anything, and even if he comes to me, well, all the more reason. That's the end of Sons of Horus turn 2, so Night Lord's turns up.
It's the end of Night Lord's turn 2. Moving down over here, we'll start with my first reserve. The Xiphon came in, moved it over 18 of the Contemptor Mortis Arc, so I didn't get intercepted. Caused the Fire Raptor to jink, but only put 1 hull point on it. I shook it. Over here, the Spartan got charged by the Dreadnought after eating a couple more Grav Blasts, and I killed it for first blood. But he also wrecked my drop pod in return. Didn't want it to explode, so he just went the crack grenades. And down over here, the Sakaran moved, plowed through some the low cover, shot at the land speeder, caused it to jing, but didn't do anything. And then finally, my second unit that came in from reserves came in like gunned down all the Reavers and charged them up and beat them up, and made me feel really nice. And then we rolled to see if the night fighting continued. And I rolled a 6 after a lot of mystical prayer and stuff, and yeah, it's a fun time to be Night Lords. See you at the end of Sons of Horus turn 3.
So this is the end of the Sons of Horus turn 3. Night fighting is still in effect. Not fun, but at least it didn't affect us too much this time. So I took my Fire Raptor, I flew her over, I destroyed the Sakaran with my shots, and then I machine spirited into the Terror Squad. They passed them around, but at least there's a few less of them for vengeance for my Reavers. I then turbo boosted my Javelin over here, and it's no longer shaken. For next turn, I then moved up my Sakaran here, shot, and night fight saved it again. My Mortis also fired to and night fight again and jink. These guys did nothing because they like camping. My veterans charged the Contemptor and blew it up without blowing themselves up. So
Great victory.
not bad. And I have the center of the board, but I still have Savitar. So we'll see how that goes. So that's the end of turn 3.
This is the end of Night Lord turn 3. Starting over here, my last unit reserves finally came on over on this side. They just moved and ran, and Savitar activated his precognition for all the rerolls possible. The other smaller Terror Squad moved and ran the 7 because it is unfortunately the last turn of night fight.
Yay!
Bro. That's really it for me. The only other thing was the Xiphon decided to fly off the board because it was shaken. Didn't want it to get shot at some more. And that's it. See at the end of Sons of Horus turn 4.
This is the end of Sons of Horus turn 4. What I did is I just moved the veterans up here. They're stealing the busted up drop pod for fun. My contemptor moved and then ran in here for cover. His Iphen's coming on. I'll just deal with that later. Javelin jumped over here for a couple shots into Sevatar, as well with the Fire Raptor who went into hover mode. This, and this all shot into Sevatar's unit, and precognition. Like my previous game, I tanked 10 wounds at least, and
10.
some of them were instant death even. So yeah, Sevatar's up my ass again. So that's it for now. So it's Sons of Horus turn 4.
It's the end of Nightlord turn 4. Starting over here, the plane came in automatically on a really sharp angle to shoot his plane in skimmer mode, and he jumped, and I only able to glance it once with one of the rockets. He passed the other jinking saves. Over here, I moved and ran up, kind of like hoarding en masse around the objective towards the stuff. Sevatar didn't. Got blocked from precognition from the many sixes rolled. But that's it. See you at the end of Sons of Horus turn Senko.
So it's the end of Sons of Horus turn 5. I just moved my veterans in here just to secure the objective. My Sikaran shot into Seb's unit. Like a boss, he tanked a few more Rens and feel no pain. That's the story I've had with Sevatar for 2 games now. Fire Raptor moved up, wiped out a Terror Squad unit, so that felt pretty nice. Javelin moved up and then turbo boosted. Hail Mary pass.
Contestation.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's the end of Sons of Horus turn 5. And let's hope Clary drops the ball.
This is the end of Nightlord's turn 5 and also the game. Starting over here, I flew my Xiphon up to get into firing position. I moved my Terror Marines to like huddle around the objective just to make sure. And I moved the veterans up to get charge range, shooting range, and the guys moved up the fort also threatened the land speeder. The Volkite shot did nothing. Flame Master shot his Archaeotech pistol, stripped the whole point after the jink, and then Sevatar with the Krakus grenade.
The man of the hour himself.
Yeah, he shot put it right through their grill and failed the 3+ Conqueror City
1s and 2s, baby.
jink. Yeah, to win the game for Night Lords.
So take us through the scoring.
So we each have 2 objectives. Mine are 1, 2, and Matt's are 1 and 2.
I can test the 3rd.
Yeah.
Score.
However, I got first blood off the Spartan, and I'm getting line breaker off the dudes because they are scoring. So I have 8 points to a 6. And we'll see you guys in the post-game show.
Oh, welcome to the post-game show. You totally just watched Clarence and Matt play 2,000 points of 30K, and you didn't fast forward because you're good people. So I'm going to throw it right to Matt. What was your MVP for this game? What do you think?
Probably, that's a very good question. Probably my Fire Raptor. Mowing down a whole, surviving so much, mowing down a whole squad by itself.
Killed the Sikaran too.
One guy was left alive.
Yeah,
Killed the Sikaran.
It killed Sikaran. One guy out of a 5-man, 5 or 10.
It was 10, but you shot at them previously with it too. So
We don't count that.
It killed like 9.
Yeah.
9 of the
Pretty
squad.
good.
He almost earned his points back, if not more. So
Yeah.
He was everywhere too. He was good.
yeah, he was definitely throwing that ball around a lot.
What was your epic fail?
Reavers, they failed the charge. I probably should have. I have moved to recover, so I should have probably just did the 12 via the ruins, and then just did the 6-inch. But
You landed right outside, so you don't take
yeah, I was off by a quarter of an inch. I mean,
It was close.
and then the outflank came and mowed me down. But that's just it. Sometimes you don't always win them.
And it could have been totally different too.
If
Because
he came
40
on-
attacks is 40 attacks. Like,
If he comes in on the other side of the board, then that whole side pretty
Yeah.
much would have been mine.
Yeah.
And then I just would have to contend with Sevatar, who just tanked everything.
Clarence, give me your MVP.
Sevatar,
Dick.
sure.
John Cena!
Yeah.
I'm going to add that clip in.
It really didn't kill much, except for the land speeder at the end of the game, which should have died. But like,
He
I'm
was
glad.
just a tank machine.
I'm
right?
glad. Yeah. Oh yeah. He just took like the entire shooting phase of like Sikaran, Fire Raptor,
Almost 20 wounds at least.
A lot of good stuff. Oh, the javelin. I lost a model from that, so pretty good.
What was your big fail?
Maybe
Scared didn't do much, or?
Didn't do anything.
Okay.
We slapped each other for a bit,
Yeah.
comparing sizes
Karen
for
didn't really
that.
do much. My Xiphon didn't manage to kill anything it shot at, but it did force Jinx every time, so
It didn't affect me too much though, because my rerolls.
Yeah.
it's true.
Everything's twin linked on it too, right?
Oh, 6s.
Whatever.
Come on.
A snapfire all day.
So yeah, it's either the Sicaran or the Xiphon.
Yeah, I see that. Matt, 2 minutes or less thoughts on this game that you just played.
It was really close. Turn 2 was pivotal.
Yep.
Losing the Reavers really kicked me in the nuts.
You learned a good lesson.
Yeah, that's the Dice Gods too.
Yep.
It could have gone either way.
1 inch.
Yeah, not even. Half an inch. Size matters, trust me. So, I wouldn't worry too much about it. What I brought isn't a final list. It's a good eye-opener. Veterans would have done well if they got the chance. My tactical blob squad, they guarded the objective all game, so they didn't do anything. I might switch that up next game, just to save some points, and I'll take maybe
Drop 5 maybe.
You can always do like 5-man squads of veterans too.
I could.
If you just want like a babysitting unit.
So I think I'll take the support squad with the calibers.
That's
That's a good choice.
Yeah, the strength 6. Even if I'm just sitting on something all day, at least I can threaten stuff.
Yeah.
What's
the range? 36 range or
30, I believe.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So heavy 2, strength 6.
Oh, it's 30 because of the Volkite, right?
Yeah.
So I'll try that next. Working on a few things. Dreadclaw is
That'll
on
be
the
cool.
way. I can't wait for that. Oh my god.
That will change things. That will change
It'll
things.
be a lot better. Veterans will come down.
Yeah.
Flame.
Terminators.
Or Terminators, anything. So yeah, didn't feel overwhelmed for game 2.
You had a good back and forth too, yeah. Good reaction.
Other than the turn 2, losing the Reavers, I clawed back for turn 3, and then Sev blocked a buttload of wounds. If he didn't, I'm pretty sure I could have at least came out with Tire the win. After
Well, yeah, because he like tanked a bunch of that stuff, and then like you could have killed his unit.
And that'd be +1 VP right there.
Yeah, and then you could have very carefully killed off any stragglers because they only had 3 guys left on that objective, and then I had to send guys to deal with your speeder. So you could have definitely, you would have gone the win. You would have gotten Warlord and then killed the 3 guys left there.
Yeah.
So I would have been down 4 points.
Still close.
Yeah. Clarence, 2 minutes or less thoughts on the game.
Knife fight really helped me.
Oh god.
I haven't been using Terror Assault for a couple games now, and I was like, fuck it, like I want to use Terror Assault.
I'll replace you with the knight.
Yeah, I did all 3 turns of it, and it was really quite impactful.
You have to start every game with Thriller playing. Just have the music slowly build.
The night was dark and definitely full of
Full of
terrors.
terrors.
I passed like a good number of the Sicaran saves on a 3+.
Yeah.
I passed a good number of saves on the Drop Pod on a 4+. That's from the Shroud and the turn 1 night. Really useful in combat. Like it just helped like crush the Reavers without them even getting to do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was harsh.
That was the initiative bump? Or?
Yeah.
That's big.
I let the squad actually like have numbers to take like the Fire Raptor shooting and then like more Fire Raptor shooting and like again threaten. I want like I don't know. I think I could have used the Dreadnought better, but I knew if I didn't use it to kill the Spartan, really not much would be able to kill the Spartan except for my unit of vets, which was coming from the sides.
It did 2 things. It put a big block in front of it, and it gave you the chance to go at him.
I was expecting that though.
Yeah, that's what I did last game.
Well, that and that's why I put the vets in there too, just in case it did happen. Then melt a bomb and.
I think I could have picked a better Warlord trait. Mine did nothing.
Mine was great.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it was good, especially when you factor in his night fight stuff.
Yeah. But
that out pretty well.
I don't know. My Conquer Cities wouldn't have done anything really because I get stealth for usually
For
2
you, you mean,
turns.
or-
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I get stealth a lot of the game anyways.
Your trait never came up, did it?
No,
No.
it's because
It matters for
it was the
combat,
wrong
basically,
side.
right? That's it.
Some close range shooting, yeah. So
Yeah,
that
I
is
guess that's
fearless.
true. 12 inches.
I probably should have just stuck with his normal warlord trait of acute senses for everything because I had 2 units of outflankers, so could have came in
For the
wherever.
key decisions.
Yeah.
Word. All right. Well, how much time we got here?
About 5.
About 5 minutes. All right. Well, let's quickly everyone give us our thoughts on 30K, starting with Matt.
Well, since I don't play 40K, it's awesome.
I'll echo that.
I have 0 complaints. As of right now, we'll see what Abaddon gets in a couple weeks. See if he gets better.
See if he tries to be like Saboteur.
Yeah, I hope he gets Eternal Warrior and Parry on lane, but that's just hopeful dreaming right now. But no, I like the balance. I like its simplicity and its complication.
Yes, that's what I love. Everyone's starting with the same base list, but then we have all these little deviations and little nice options. But even in the base list, you take out legions. Even in the base list, there's plenty of cool stuff you can build and try out.
Yeah,
Characters especially.
absolutely.
Clarence, what do you think?
I quite enjoy 30K. There's usually a lot of checks and kind of balance to that Forge World. It shows that Forge World tries and does listen to a lot of the
They've barred Jervis from entering the
issues.
building.
Yeah, but like
He's
you see
out there
a lot
throwing
of,
land
you see a lot
raiders
of
and
things
heavies
online,
around.
right? A lot of people like rules questions, kind of like cheesy, like more like janky like maneuvers, like the old state of the drop
Stuff they
pods.
didn't account for.
Chain
Chain fire.
Well, chain fire was just like I don't think they realized it would be so
They fixed it,
obnoxious.
yeah.
But one thing was like Horus's warplate back before last year's FAQ, where it was like on a 3+ you could block any negative modifier to your stat line, and like whenever you lose a wound, that's a negative modifier to your stat line. So people are like, oh, I get like the 2+ then a 3+ to stop wounds, and like Forge was like, no, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
It shows like with demon summoning, which we found out or realized yesterday that there really shouldn't have been any summoning in my game
So
last
the last battle report, we totally fucked that up.
Whatever. We all missed out on it, so like that's what happened.
You get to see what happens when 37,000 points of demons descend on like 2,000
Yeah.
points.
In the future, only the currently Wordbearer librarians, Zardu, Lyak, and Lorgar get summoning. So those summons can't summon even more.
All you need is Logar. 3s all day.
Oh man.
I just love
Crazy.
his mace. His
Yeah.
mace. You just put the mace on the base and be good enough for me. It's the coolest mace on the planet.
But yeah, like stuff like that shows that they really do care somewhat about it. To them, it is a game. It's not just a vehicle for sales.
They're passionate about it, I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
As opposed to GW saying, give us your money and we're going to release a new OP codex.
They have some
Or not
understanding
even.
of.
Or, yeah.
They have some understanding of public relations because until GW shut down their Facebook, that was very active, right? They were answering questions. They were really nice about that. But they at least know that it's not acceptable to be asking $80 for a book, and then when we ask a question about it, if this is a mistake, you go, "Well, fuck you, deal with it." Not, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let me help you, customer who we like and want money from." It's just there's this huge British fuck you attitude from one half of GW. Forge World cares. Forge World somewhat cares. If you look at the that militia list there, militia heretics, like the list that you can basically use any model ever in because it's so count as perfect. You know, you got gangers, you got zombies, you got everything. Like they care.
I still have to read book 5.
It's neat. It's neat. I've only read the one list. That's pretty much it. But anyway, yeah. So we'll tie it all up. We have an event coming up that we'll probably be doing more battle reports over for missions wise. Fear the Flanks is still going strong. People seem to like it. People seem
Absolutely.
to think it keeps the game from getting too static. So that's good.
Gets rid of gun lines.
Yeah. You very much have to pick the hill you want to die on if you're in a gun line.
Yeah.
So we'll let it go there. Thanks for Matt for joining us. We'll be seeing more of Matt, I'm sure. And thanks, Clarence. And see you next time. Fuck Jonas Johnson. Forge, we love you.
Gods of war.
May your hammer be mighty.